Hello everybody, welcome to this class on verbling. My name is Teacher Amy and this is a speaking class for intermediate to advanced students. Our topic today is bad manners. So bad manners is something that's a big topic in my country, the UK. It's something that when we are little, our parents are always telling us off for. There are so many different rules and so many different things you have to remember when you're growing up as a British child. So I would like to find out about your countries today, but also what your pet hates are about manners. What do you find really annoying? What do you find rude when other people do it? And what do you think of the British things? Are we a bit over the top with our manners? So it should be an interesting discussion. We can hopefully share opinions and experiences from the countries that we come from. And also, if you've lived in other countries or had experience traveling overseas, it's quite often something that you can compare easily. So do come along and join us if you would like to practice your speaking. And I'll just wait for the students to get here and let you know about 2 pages that will help you here on verbling. So the first one you'll see in the chat box there is my Facebook page. So do go ahead and keep in touch with me and the other students via Facebook. I'll post some interesting things that I find. I'll let you know about upcoming classes. It's quite a useful page to keep in touch informally. If you want to find out more about some slightly more detailed information. Sorry guys, I'm just going to mute you for a sec. For some reason I've got like a lot of background noise. Okay, so my verbling teacher page. Go ahead if you want to find out more about me. Who am I as a teacher? What have I been doing? You can also see my schedule of classes. That's upcoming classes like we're in now, where we have lots of students and a predetermined topic. You can book slots ahead of time so that you don't miss out on classes that you really want to participate in. You can also see my calendar, which gives you an idea of when I'm free for private tutoring sessions, which means that you can have a class just with me and you, one-on-one. And we can work on anything you like. What else do I need to tell you? The messaging feature is really handy, so if you have a question, do write me a message, and don't forget to click on the blue follow button and follow me. All right, all that behind us. Let's see who we've got to talk with us today about manners. First of all, who was here first? I think Raphael. Raphael.
Hi, Amy.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, and you?
I'm great, thank you, Raphael. Have you had a good weekend this weekend?
Kind of. A nice weekend. Just
Excellent.
fixed some words, but some issues, but I'm okay.
You had some issues?
Yeah, normal. It's
Just
normal
a
in my
regular
life.
Sorry, Raphael. I think it's normal for everybody's life, right? We definitely have issues now and again.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, welcome to the class. Always good
Thanks.
to have you. Who else do we have here? Heidi, hello.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, Heidi. What did you do at the weekend? Did you do anything exciting?
Yeah, I went back to my hometown.
Ah, where's your hometown?
My hometown is 300 kilometers far from here.
Mm-hmm.
So go and back, it took about 7 hours. I stayed at that place only 3 hours.
You only stayed for 3 hours?
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to stay overnight there, Heidi.
But my brothers and sisters gathered, so we enjoyed very much.
All right. Oh, that's lovely. And how did you travel? In the car?
Yes, my husband drove his car.
All right. Is it nice driving in Japan? Is it easy to drive? Are the roads good?
Actually, on Sunday, it was on Sunday, so we thought it would be crowded, but the street was quite smooth.
Oh, that's good.
No
Yeah, absolutely. Even better. Otherwise, it would have taken you 9 hours, maybe.
Yeah, because now it's very hot, over 36 or degrees Celsius. So if we caught a traffic jam, maybe we are irritated.
Definitely. If it was me, definitely. All right. Well, I'm glad you had a good weekend. It's always fun to go back to where you grew up or your hometown. Who else do we have here? We have Stefan. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the class, Stefan. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm great, thank you. Did you do anything fun at the weekend?
Yes, I went to the beach and I went to my grand-law. I don't write about it, but my grand-law, my father-in-law.
Ah, your
No,
father-in-law.
my father-in-law. And it was funny. I had a little funny.
You had fun. You had fun.
I had fun. Thanks.
Excellent. All right. Well, that sounds like a good weekend. Who else do we have here that we can ask what they did at the weekend? Julieta.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. It was lovely to meet you too, Julieta. Where are you from?
I'm from Italy,
And which part of Italy do you live in?
South.
South Italy. Is the weather nice at the moment?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Blazing.
It's freezing?
Blazing.
Oh, blazing. I was going to say. That sounds very strange. Blazing. What a great word to use. What did you do at the weekend?
I went to the beach.
I'm so jealous of all you guys. It's winter over here where I am at the moment. I think it's winter for you as well, Raphael, though, isn't it? Although winter in Brazil. Is it cold? Not really.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold.
Is it?
Not for me. I'm from Brazil. I live in Ceará. Here is very hot.
Ceará is hot all year.
Oh, really?
What your city, Rafael?
I'm from Rio.
Ah, sometimes Rio is very hot.
Mostly summer.
All right,
Okay.
so you guys are from totally different parts of the country, and you've got different weather.
More or less. I don't know. I never went to Rio, but here in Ceará it's very hot.
All right, so well, I'm jealous of all of you guys. It's only me and Raphael who are having cold weather by the sounds of things. Raphael, we're in the wrong place. Okay, Bruno, welcome back. Tell us what you did at the weekend.
Hi, Abby. What I did in the weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me remember. Uh,
So long
yeah,
ago.
I had school today, so let me remember. I think I just watched some movies,
Hmm?
relaxed, I
Chilled
attended
out.
some verbal classes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just relaxed. Yeah,
Sounds like a good
read.
weekend, Bruno.
Yeah, it was good.
Cool. All right, so Ali, we've heard about you and your beautiful weather. What did you do with it? Did you go to the beach or anything?
Me,
Tom,
Bruno,
No, Ali. Sorry,
or
Bruno.
Rafael? Oh, okay.
you
Sorry.
you told me that you are living beautiful weather.
Pardon?
You are told me that I live in beautiful weather.
Yeah, sorry, no. Who was talking before? Who else lives in Brazil? I thought it was you, Ali, but it wasn't.
I'm living in Egypt.
Sorry about that. Sometimes it's very confusing for me because I can't see any of you. All I have to rely on is like a little microphone thing that goes up and down occasionally. Anyway, you
Yeah.
live in Egypt. I'm so sorry, Ali. Is the weather nice in Egypt?
No, it's very hot, I think, but it can be 40 degree or 35. Yeah, it's
40
very hot.
degrees is so hot. So do you
Yeah,
stay
yeah,
inside? Do you stay inside? Do you have air conditioning?
yeah. Sometimes because I don't know, but this summer is very hot. Actually, it's abnormal. It's not normal for Egypt, but I don't know. But and the second mm, we are this month. We are a Muslim. We have fasting from eating or drinking any water, so I can live without drinking water in this weather. So I stayed inside, but the last weekend I go to shopping. That's it.
All right,
Yeah.
that's good. When does Ramadan finish?
Yes, I think after 7 days.
Another week.
Yeah,
At the
another
end of
week.
July. All right.
Yeah,
Excellent. All right, well, welcome to the class, Ali. And hello to Allah. How are you?
I'm fine. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, Allah. All right, guys. So today our topic is manners. Actually, it's bad manners. Because this is like a phrase that if you're a British, you just hear it all the time. When you're a kid, your mum is constantly telling you to stop having bad manners. And there are a million things you can do to have bad manners in the UK. So basically, bad manners is just doing things that are impolite. And I know that the polite is, or rude, you can also say, is totally different depending on what country you're from. And I think it's quite interesting to compare countries, but also to kind of give your feedback on what you think about other countries. All right, so we're going to start off by discussing the example of when you were little. What was it that your parents always told you when you were little that you continually forgot, or they had to tell you over and over and over again? And for me, it was always to say please and thank you. Say please, say thank you, say please, say thank you, say please, say thank you. In England, we say please and thank you all the time. It's probably the most common word. Maybe sorry comes up there as well. But I think compared to other cultures, we say please and thank you ridiculously too much. So I'm going to give you the British start off. I want you to tell me, what about your countries? What is considered rude? It might not be talking. It might be doing something. It might be like what you have to do to show respect to older people, or when you're driving, what do you have to do? Or you can go anything you like, but think about your childhood and think about what your parents always tried to teach you. Who am I going to ask first? I'm going to ask Heidi. What do you have to do to be polite in Japan, Heidi?
For example, walking down the street, sometimes someone arm hit to me. Then both of us should say sorry. It's gomen. Japanese word is gomen. Then after that we have good mood. But if I say gomen, but other person, sometimes it happens. Young people quite rude. They don't say anything. I'm really too frustrated.
You get annoyed with that, do you, Heidi?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I think Japan and the UK are quite similar in this way. It's just my hypothesis. Because we do the same thing in the UK. If I bump into somebody, then both of us will likely say thank you, or the other person will say not thank you, sorry, even though it was my fault. Both of us apologize. So I think we're similar to Japan in that way. All right, let's ask Bruno.
I remember that my mom said, and my father, of course, that, for instance, if you are eating something, or candy, Cheetos, cookies, whatever, I can't, ask you for some because it's not polite. It's not a good thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So if I'm
Yeah, really.
eating something yummy, you can't ask me, like, can I have one of those? No. It's a no-no.
Yeah, it's not good to
Is
ask.
that
Yeah.
because you always wanted to eat other people's food, Bruno?
And you
All
were,
right.
and I were a little bit fat,
Mhm.
so when they were not around, I I did this many times, so
So you totally ignored your parents and did it anyway.
yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Bruno. Let's ask Stefan. Stefan, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Oh, it was you who was speaking before. I'm so sorry. I got confused about that for some reason. So
Don't worry.
tell me, what did your parents tell you off for doing when you were younger, Stefan?
I'm still young, but
Your
I'm
parents still
just
tell you off.
I'm kidding. My mom's said very often, don't say bad words. Respect the elders. and
Okay.
and I remember once I said a bad word, and my mom's uh, uh, she punched punch my face. I don't know if it's punch.
Maybe like this, right? Not
Yes.
punch is that, which probably is a
Ah,
bit.
it,
This
how
is
is
slap or hit.
slap? Yes, she slapped my face, slapped my face. So I never said I never thought before
Mhm.
a bad word. So kind of it was good for me. So is it don't say respect the elders and don't say bad words.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so respect others as well. I'm going to put these in the chat box because we're going to talk more. Thank you, Stefan. Okay, so Raphael, tell us about yours. What do your parents always tell you?
To not
Maybe you
speak
were
with the,
perfect.
no, far away from that. Uh, to not speak with the full mouth. You know, when you're eating and you start speaking, it's a kind of disgusting. Uh,
I thought someone was going to come up with that one. That was one that I was always told off for because I talk too much. We say don't speak with your mouth full, Raphael. Don't speak with your mouth full.
okay.
It's a bit of a set phrase, that one. All right, so do you remember that now that you're older and mature and very wise, or do you still talk with your mouth full?
No, I've never done that. I respected my parents.
Excellent. Stefan's parents would have been very pleased with you. All right, let's ask Giulietta.
Yes. For me, it was don't say thank you, please, welcome, good morning to my neighbors,
Oh, okay.
or don't talk too loud.
Yeah. Don't talk too loud. Do you have a loud voice, Giulietta?
No, I don't have, but no. It was always like that. Don't talk too loud, or don't make noise at the table, or yeah.
Okay, it's interesting how I think this happens to lots of people, but how some things stick out from when you were little. Like you just remember your parents always telling you the same thing. Maybe it only happens for kids who aren't quite perfect. But all right, that's interesting to hear. So don't speak too loud, and also be friendly to your neighbors. Do you live in an apartment? Did you or do you, Giulietta, or a house or?
No, it was a neighborhood with a group of houses.
Hmm. And were you good friends with your neighbors?
Yes,
All right, so your parents always wanted you to be nice and friendly to them.
yes, because there was a big group of children there, and so we share houses, and we went often to the neighbor houses. So,
So you have to be very polite when you go and visit them.
yeah.
That definitely sounds like something I had to do as well. All right, let's ask Ali. Ali, tell us. What did you have to do when you were younger?
Yes, a lot of things.
Not a lot of things? You were
No, yeah,
perfect.
yeah, no. A lot of things I do it,
Oh, you did have to
and
do a
I
lot of
punish.
things.
Yeah, I was punished.
You were
Yeah,
punished. Oh no,
yeah,
Ali.
yeah, something like Rafael. Don't talk about while you're eating, or don't. You have to close your mouth while you eat. Don't use that sound because it's disgusting. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Anything
Then talk.
else?
Yeah, don't talk. Talking to elders with loud in your voice, with loud your voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On your knees, you have to move your hand on your sneeze. On your sneeze or snooze. Yeah, you have to put your hand over your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yes,
All
but
right.
I do the same for my child.
You don't tell your children the same
Yeah, yeah,
thing.
I hate the feeling of punishment, but I do the same.
Absolutely. Oh well, you're following in your parents' footsteps, Ali. All right. So far we've got quite universal things, I think. Let's ask Allah. Allah, have you got anything else to add to our list? What did you have to do when you were little?
Yeah, as they said, all these things we were taught as children,
Mm,
and being an older or elder brother, they always told me you have to take care of your brothers, small brothers,
mhm.
younger. You are an example. You as the big brother, you have to show the all the good manners because they are learning from you. So you are under the spot, you know.
Under the
They are
spotlight. Oh, the pressure.
under the pressure, yes. So you have to be an example for your brothers. Maybe yeah, you have to think twice when you do something wrong or something like that. And yeah, of course, respect the elderlies, and being sentimental with younger sentimental. Am I right?
I don't think you mean sentimental. Can you explain
Uh,
what you mean? Be an
kind,
example. What's an
kind, kind.
example? Hmm.
Being kind with other people. Yes,
So maybe sensitive is what you were looking for. Being sensitive to other people.
sensitive. Mhm. Okay.
All right, interesting. Were you good at it? Were you good at being the older brother, Allah?
It's good in some aspects, but sometimes when I was child, I maybe I was jealous. I want to be maybe the youngest or not the big brother. Yeah, but now it's no now it's very good now.
All right, excellent. All right, so guys, we've covered a couple of things that our parents used to tell us. I think these are universal, right? It seems like all over the world, our parents are telling us the same things. Don't talk with your mouth full. With a couple of with interesting ones as well. But what I would like to know now is just thinking about different countries. When foreign people come to your country, um, what is it that stands out about them? What is it that shows them up that they're not from your country and that they don't understand some of the rules of courtesy or the things that you tend to do in your country? So what I'm thinking about here is the way that foreigners perhaps interact with local people, maybe the way that they the way that they act in a restaurant, the way that they um, line up for things, the way that they travel on public transport, the way they speak, what kind of words they use. If you think about that, Is there anything that stands out as something that your country does that other countries don't seem to do, or the other way around? So I'll give you an example. I mentioned at the beginning of class the idea of saying please and thank you for everything, and I think this is a really typically British thing to do. And also, English in general is a very please, thank you, heavy sort of a language, but I think we're very extra over the top about it in my country. So what tends to happen is that when people come to the UK and they're from overseas and they're learning English, they come across a little bit sort of direct, because they forget to say please and thank you if it's something that they don't really say in their own language. And without that, it sounds to us like you're giving us an order. So that's something that really stands out, and makes you a foreigner kind of straight away if you come to my country. So bear that in mind. If you go to the UK, you can't say please and thank you enough. People will love you if you keep saying it all the time. It's very boring, I realise that. So I'm going to ask, who should I ask first? I'll ask Giulietta. What do people have to do when they come to Italy to fit in with the Italians? Anything?
I don't know if it's true or it's a myth. It's not about Italy, but I have heard that in the Japan maybe it's a way to show that you appreciate the meal to do a bar, but I don't know if it's true.
Let's ask Heide. Heide, you're from Japan. Is that true?
Slap?
She said, Giulietta said, if you're in Japan.
Well,
yes.
when you eat noodle with slap, right? No.
What she said is burp. You know when you have air coming out of your mouth?
No. It's bad misunderstanding. I thought we slap the noodles.
Oh, slurp, you were thinking.
Yeah.
Slurping. Okay, tell us about slurping and burping. Is slurping rude or not? Or should you slurp your noodles?
Which are you mentioning? Slap or burp?
Okay, firstly, slurping, Heide. Is it good to slurp your noodles or is it bad to slurp?
Yeah, that's right. When people love a hot noodle with the soup, so it's very, very hot. If we burn to slap, maybe we burn inside of mouth. Slapping means taking air from, then it's a little, what's the temperature is getting lower when both air and the noodle inside our mouth, a little temperature is lower, so it's okay. But if we don't slap, it's very difficult.
Yeah, so it's easier to eat noodles if you slurp.
Yeah.
And it's not rude, right?
In Japan, it's not rude.
Okay. Now, what about burping? Is burping rude?
Yeah, it's very rude.
There you go, Giulietta. You've got to get the difference between slurp and burp, okay?
Yes, by the way, slurp spaghetti, it's rude.
Okay, so there you go. Heide, if you go to Italy, no slurping.
Yeah, I know. I went to Italy many times. Because spaghetti is not so much hot. They're quite hot, but compared to Japanese noodle, temperature is lower. So it's okay.
All right. So there's no need to slurp.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. It's definitely rude in the UK. Never slurp. And also, never suck at the end of your drink. If you have a straw and you finish your drink, definitely don't go at the end, because that is something that will get you chucked out of the restaurant by your mum and she won't take you out again for a long time.
The children do that.
Yes, but if you do that in the UK, you get told off by your parents. Oh, it's terrible, especially with a milkshake. Oh dear. All right, thank you guys. Let's ask Bruno. Do you remember the question, Bruno?
Oh, Bruno, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. Uh, what is not polite, right?
What do foreigners
To
do wrong in your country? Yeah.
um, you know, I think we are kind of free. Can I say it this way? Free about this thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I think to make a good impression, uh, you have to be polite, to talk too much, because if you don't, people will come to you, they will hug you. It's a common thing in Brazil, I think. People love to talk a lot. They love. They will hug you. What else? You can be the kind of person like, don't touch me. I'm untouchable. You can be like this because it doesn't work here, I think. Uh, and what else? You know, you just have to relax. I think we are. But some things, yes, Heidi said to slarp, right? Uh,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. I don't think it's a good thing either in Brazil.
Oh,
Uh,
right.
but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think you've mentioned some good things there. I'm going to ask both the other Brazilians if they agree with you.
Yeah.
Rafael, what do you
Uh-huh.
think? Is Bruno right?
Yes, I think he's right. We don't have, we're not very strict about this uh, acts of politeness you British practice
Mhm.
more often than us. But yeah, I agree with him. Uh, so, some people have this behavior. Uh, it can be considered impolite, but it's not something really tough, really too much acts of unpoliteness.
It's not the end of the world.
Yes, it's not the end of the world. It's not considered too much rude. Of course, my people might not like it, but it's not as you said, it's not the end of the world.
All right. Let's see what Stefan thinks. Do you agree with those guys, Stefan? Anything you want
No,
to add? You don't agree? Okay, tell us.
no, everybody in Brazil does that. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. But it's not so bad. It's we don't care about that. It's common. I like to do that, so I never go to UK.
No, don't come to the UK, Stefan. You'll be kicked out.
All right.
No, the reality is that we have a much higher tolerance for foreigners because we understand that you don't really understand all of our stupid stuff. But if you're British yourself and you do those things, oh, you're an outcast.
Emmy,
Yeah.
I have one question, but I don't know how to ask you, because
Oh.
when you are in a restaurant eating, how is the name? I don't know if you understand me. The air that that comes from your mouth, like
A burp. It's called a burp.
yeah. I think it's not polite.
No.
Definitely not. Uh, Even in Brazil. And the other question is, it's another air, but
The other end of
it
your
doesn't
body?
come from it doesn't come from your mouth.
I thought we
What is
might
it?
have to get onto this. It's called a fart.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
That's not
not
polite
polite to do
either.
either.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much universal, that one.
Yeah.
What piece of Brazil you live, Bruno? I never goes there.
Yes,
Stay
but
away
I'm
from
not
Bruno.
sure. But I think I'm not sure. But I think in China, if you burp when you are eating or having lunch, it's not unpolite. I
It's,
don't think it's unpolite. Yeah.
yeah, I lived in China for a while, and I can't speak for Chinese culture because I was only there for a short time. But I did notice that compared to my previous experience of living in the UK and New Zealand, Chinese people are very relaxed about manners, sort of thing. So, especially with eating, you can up, you can. It's not really rude to talk loudly. If you want to call the waiter, you just yell at them. You sort of say waiter, and they come over. They expect that from you. Whereas in the UK, that would be so rude. You can put food on the tablecloth and you can smash things everywhere, and it's not a big deal. Everybody does that, and it's so much more relaxed. You can actually enjoy yourself a bit more because you're not constantly thinking, oh god. But then again, the other side of it is that it's kind of a bit gross if you're not used to it. So I don't know. It's different, good and bad. But I think I'm not sure about the burping. I still retained my Englishness, and I'm sure I didn't burp. Or if I did, I said excuse me. I didn't notice that, but maybe we don't have any Chinese students in here. I don't think so. We can't ask them. All right. Who haven't I asked about this yet? Allah, tell us about foreigners in your country.
Foreigners?
Yeah.
In
What
my
do they
country.
do wrong?
Okay. I think we are not very strict with foreigners. You know, we are very modest with tourists, or so I don't know exactly. Maybe about maybe the attire. Maybe they have, you know, there is a different. It's a different culture, so I think they uh, must have an suitable outfit. You know, not very short. So because if it's very short or exposing, it's not our culture. So maybe they. It will be not a good point to walk outside or on the street with very short dress or exposing dress. So that's, I think, main thing maybe tourists are not aware of, or they overlook this point maybe.
Nicely explained, Allah. Does that only apply to girls and women, or is it also to boys and men?
No, to boys also, to boys. So yeah, it's acceptable to wear a short, but not very short, you know.
Right, so sort of knee length, kind of. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. But if it's exposing or something like that, it's we are not used to that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's an interesting point to bring up. In my country, the clothing is sort of like you can just wear whatever you want, really. So there's no restriction in that regard. But it's interesting that you bring that one up. Let's ask Ali. Ali, do you have that similar type of thing that Allah just explained, or is there anything else you can think of that foreigners do wrong in your country?
No, it's not like, I think that I'm from Saudi Arabia. Yes, I'm right? Yeah. But it's not the same.
No, I'm not from Saudi Arabia, and we don't restrict. Actually, I'm talking just tourists are not aware of that point, but we don't restrict. We see tourists, they wear whatever they want, but I'm talking about the principle or the point.
Yeah. Where you are
Absolutely.
from?
Sorry, Allah. Yeah, where are you from, Allah?
I'm from Jordan.
Jordan. That's right. Sorry, I didn't hear that properly. So in Jordan, you yourselves just have a different attitude, really, towards dressing, Allah. But it's not like a rule as such. It's just that tourists don't really have the same culture, so they have a different interpretation, I guess, of clothing.
Yeah, but I'm not talking that someone will talk to them or will prevent them from wearing what they want. I'm talking maybe they not just they overlook this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a
Good
question.
point. Go ahead, Heidi.
Yeah, people can swim in the swimming pool in your country because you need to wear a swim pant or a swim bathing suit.
No, I'm talking about when you are walking on the street, but you're in a private place or in a place that is designed for something. It's different. I'm talking about when you are walking downtown, maybe, or between people, ordinary people. You have to take this point in mind. Just
Do you have a public swimming pool?
public in
Yeah,
which,
swimming pool.
of course, swimming pools, of course, yes.
The Harvard
Hotels,
lady.
no, I'm not saying that you have to dress a full dress in the swimming pool. I'm talking about I'm talking about just when tourists are walking, maybe because swimming pool are in the special areas or special places. Hotels or some places are designed for that, but in the normal streets, that's my point. In more normal street, um, you have to take some different or some it's a different kind of culture, but that it's not. It's not. There is no one will come and charge you if you are dressing. You can dress what you want at the end. Yeah.
Thank you. Good questions, Heidi. Okay, let's go back to Ali. Ali, tell us, what were you saying? What's it like in Egypt?
I think here in Egypt is not a common thinking about what acceptable or not. Maybe that because they maybe or may be acceptable by some people, it may be not acceptable by other people. Here in Egypt, there is a variety or a differentiated people. We not all of them grow up by the same thinking.
So it
You
depends on your family, or?
Yeah. There's a lot of
Diversity.
yeah, it's a lot of variety of people because when it's like the the appearance of people or the face of the people, you can know his nationality. Here in Egypt, you don't have a same face or the same because I think that we have a lot of culture here in Egypt and a lot of nationalities live in Egypt. So what I think that because they are people, they are different, not the same each other. I think there's no common thinking about what acceptable or not acceptable.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I think the more diverse perhaps a place is, the less you notice these types of things because there is not one culture dominating, I guess. All right, so what do you guys think of the point? What is the point of actually manners and being polite? Is it worth all this effort? Do you think that you're glad your parents taught you to do these things? Why do you think we have this in our cultures? What is the point of it, and is it useful or not? I just want to say hi to Joseph. Welcome, Joseph.
Hi, Ami.
Nice to see you. We're just talking about bad manners or being impolite, and we've discussed various things. But the question I want to ask now really is: do you think that is there a point to all of this, or is it a waste of time?
No, I don't think it's a waste of time.
Why not?
You need to be polite with the people because in this you're showing that you respect them. Um, if one day you need help and you are you were not being polite, with these people, uh, they won't help you uh,
Yeah.
because you talk to them in a bad manner.
Mhm.
Uh, that would be bad.
All right. So you do think they're useful because they show respect to others, and also you don't want to treat them badly because then they won't treat you well. That's fair enough, I guess. Okay. So what I want to ask then is, I'll ask Raphael and Stefan this question. So you guys have kind of mentioned that Brazil maybe doesn't have so many of these rules that I seem to have in my country. And Joseph just said, well, it's a way of showing respect. Do you feel still that Brazilians still respect each other?
Me or Rafa, Stefan or
Go for it,
Rafa?
Stefan. Go for it. You can go first. I'll ask Raphael if he agrees with you.
So uh, here in Ceará, unfortunately, we have a lot of bad manners. Unfortunately, I don't know why. Uh, in traffic, when with in your car, when we are in a restaurant. Unfortunately, uh, uh, we have this kind of behavior.
Mhm.
My point and my view, that's right, my view,
Yes, yes.
and my view, unfortunately, we don't respect each other. How it would be should be. All right, am I right? It's
Yep.
I think we have to have more respect with each other.
And
But it's not uh, generally. It's unfortunately it's very common, but not generally. That's
so,
it.
are you saying in your area, Stefan, as opposed to other areas? I mean, I know that you live in somewhere totally different to Raphael, so we'll ask him in a moment. Does it make a difference where people live or where they come from, do you think?
Where no me and
Which,
Rafael, me
so,
I never I don't know Rio. I never went to Rio.
mhm.
But I can't say if they are good people or polite people.
They're terribly rude. Haven't you heard, Raphael?
I, I can't say nothing. What I say about Rio, there is a place, a good place. I don't know. I don't want to say what I don't know.
Absolutely. All right, let's ask him. Raphael, do you agree with what Stefan just said? Do you think that people could be more polite in Brazil, or do you think that they
I,
still respect each other?
I'm sorry. I'm saying about Ceará, where I live, because
Yeah.
Brazil is very huge.
Yeah.
So we have many different cultures. So I believe uh, uh, close to south, they are we think they are more polite. It's the picture we have than the south, and is it? I'm just telling about Ceará, about
Fair enough.
where I live. So
Hmm.
it's my point. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be I don't want to show
How ironic, Stefan. No, I understand what you mean. Absolutely. We can only speak from our personal experience, of course. So, you're speaking about the part of Brazil where you are. Fair enough. So let's see what Rafael says about Rio, which is another part of Brazil.
Yes, people could be more polite. Unfortunately, uh, as Stefan already explained, we are a huge country. We have million proportions. So there are different ways of behavior since we received influence, cultural influence from every part of the world, Europe, Asia, and Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's relative and difficult to define what is polite and what is not. Although there are some simple aspects people should could have a little more of awareness about it.
Such as?
For instance, in traffic,
Mm-hmm.
we love honking, in traffic. It's something disgusting. We have a lot of traffic jams, and people don't have patience, and it's awful.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Throwing garbage in the streets. It's
Oh.
all. It's other thing. Unfortunately, Brazilians are used to do. They don't have this behavior, of look for the nearest garbage and throw it in the right place.
Yeah.
And but as Stefan already explained, for instance, in southern states, when the European culture is more present,
Mm-hmm.
they show a little bit of a little bit more of respect to these basic habits. So they are more used to recycling and and cleaning,
Yeah.
mainly because we already have a uh, Japanese influence,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Asians are more respectful
Mm-hmm.
about it. They I think they're more polite. So generally speaking, it's relative to tell about it. It's
Yeah.
not it's not a rule,
Mm-hmm.
and it's complicated to explain. But I think I try to summarize a little bit about it.
Yeah, no, you've done great. It's been interesting to hear such different, or the fact that within your country there's such different levels, I suppose. Because I would say with my country, it's pretty much the same wherever you go. Um, Interesting also what you say about having the Japanese influence. Let's ask Heide. Do you think your country is a polite country, Heide?
Sorry, Amy. I just want to point out one thing. Like Rafael said, we have a big respect for Japanese. Uh, Congratulations, Hyde, for your country, for your culture. It's for us. It's very impressive. Recently, I saw an article. An article uh, was wrote. Japanese people they clean the your statue.
Yes,
I
I
don't
have
know.
that.
They clean the
It,
statue after the play, the soccer,
they
football,
clean the
football.
stadium. The stadium.
Yeah, stadium. They clean
Hmm.
the stadium after the soccer, and childrens they learn even in your childhood to clean, to share things, to to how can I say, they learn to do things for the others. I'm right. I can't to find the word, but they have a very impressive education for us. So it's true what Rafael said. We have a big respect for Japanese, and it's good to have you here, Hyde, because we can I can congratulations you. It's very impressive for us. It's an example for us.
Thank you, Stefan. Did you hear all of that, Heidi?
Yes, yes, I saw it, on YouTube. But it's
Ah.
common. Even in Japan, we have soccer games. Supporters need to clean up after that.
Yeah, you may think that's common, but it's not common in our countries, Heidi. So that is very impressive, I have to say.
If, for example, in airplane, we borrow some blanket or pillows, right? Then after that, we fold the blanket and put on the seat and put a pillow on that. Then I walk down the aisle. The other foreigners' sheets are very, very messy. So sometimes I'm very sad.
Heidi, honestly, that's so true. I don't think I've ever folded my aeroplane blanket, ever. Maybe I'm going to try to remember to do that next time I fly. All right. So, Giulietta, we haven't heard from you for a moment. Have you got anything else to tell us that you've heard about from Japan? Since we're talking about Japan right now, do you have Japanese people come to live in Italy much or not?
Oh, can you repeat, please? Sorry.
Do you have much Japanese influence in Italy, or do you have influence from another culture which stands out as a foreign culture which is different from the Italian culture?
No, we don't have a variety of people in Italy. That's bad, I think. I don't know why, but people don't want to stay here.
You guys must be so rude that nobody wants to stay.
Maybe, I don't know. So we are just Italian and with a lot of tourists. It's just that it's strange, I think.
I have no idea why that would be, Giulietta. I've wanted to come to Italy for a very long time, and I think it sounds as if it's a very beautiful country. So I have no idea why that is. But anyway, guys, we're going to have to finish the class off now. So don't forget to be polite today or tomorrow if you're about to go to bed, because that does not count. Thanks all of you for sharing your opinions and speaking so well. Don't forget to check out the chat box because it's got some little hints and tips, and if you've made any mistakes while you've been speaking, I've put some corrections in there as well. But it was lovely to meet you and see you all today, so I hope to see you again soon. Have a great evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Bye.
very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello everybody, welcome to this class on Verbling. My name is Teacher Amy and this is a speaking class for intermediate to advanced students. Our topic today is bad manners. So bad manners is something that's a big topic in my country, the UK. It's something that when we are little, our parents are always telling us off for. There are so many different rules and so many different things you have to remember when you're growing up as a British child. So I would like to find out about your countries today, but also what your pet hates are about manners. What do you find really annoying? What do you find rude when other people do it? And what do you think of the British things? Are we a bit over the top with our manners? So it should be an interesting discussion. We can hopefully share opinions and experiences from the countries that we come from. And also, if you've lived in other countries or had experience traveling overseas, it's quite often something that you can compare easily. So do come along and join us if you would like to practice your speaking. And I'll just wait for the students to get here and let you know about 2 pages that will help you here on Verbling. So the first one you'll see in the chat box there is my Facebook page. So do go ahead and keep in touch with me and the other students via Facebook. I'll post some interesting things that I find. I'll let you know about upcoming classes. It's quite a useful page to keep in touch informally. If you want to find out more about some slightly more detailed information. Sorry guys, I'm just going to mute you for a sec. For some reason I've got like a lot of background noise. Okay, So, my verbling teacher page. Go ahead if you want to find out more about me. Who am I as a teacher? What have I been doing? You can also see my schedule of classes. That's upcoming classes like we're in now, where we have lots of students and a predetermined topic. You can book slots ahead of time so that you don't miss out on.
I went to the beach.
I'm so jealous of all you guys. It's winter over here where I am at the moment. I think it's winter for you as well, Raphael, though, isn't it? Although winter in Brazil. Is it cold? Not really.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold.
Is it?
Not for me. I'm from Brazil. I live in Ceará. Here is very hot.
Ceará is hot all year.
Really?
What your city, Rafael?
I'm from Rio.
Ah, sometimes Rio is very hot.
Mostly summer.
All right,
Okay.
so you guys are from totally different parts of the country, and you've got different weather.
More or less. I don't know. I never went to Rio, but here in Ceará it's very hot.
All right, so well, I'm jealous of all of you guys. It's only me and Raphael who are having cold weather by the sounds of things. Raphael, we're in the wrong place. Okay, Bruno, welcome back. Tell us what you did at the weekend.
Hi, Abby. What I did in the weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me remember.
So long
yeah,
ago.
I had school today, so let me remember. I think I just watched some movies, relaxed, I
Chilled
attended
out.
some verbal classes. Yeah, I just relaxed. Yeah.
Sounds like a good
Read.
weekend, Bruno.
Yeah, it was good.
Cool. All right, so Ali, we've heard about you and your beautiful weather. What did you do with it? Did you go to the beach or anything?
Me? Bruno?
No, Ali. Sorry, Bruno.
Rafael. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
You told me that you are living beautiful weather.
Pardon?
You are told me that I live in beautiful weather.
Yeah. Sorry, no. Who was talking before? Who else lives in Brazil? I thought it was you, Ali, but it wasn't.
I'm living in Egypt.
Sorry about that. Sometimes it's very confusing for me because I can't see any of you. All I have to rely on is like a little microphone thing that goes up and down occasionally. Anyway, you live in Egypt. I'm so sorry, Ali. Is the weather nice in Egypt?
No, it's very hot, I think, but it can be 40 degree or 35. Yeah,
40
very hot.
degrees is so hot. So do you stay inside? Do you stay inside? Do you have air conditioning?
Yeah. Sometimes because I don't know, but this summer is very hot. Actually, it's abnormal. It's not normal for Egypt, but I don't know. But and the second, we are this month. We are a Muslim. We have fasting from eating or drinking any water, so I can live without drinking water in this weather. So I stayed inside, but the last weekend I go to shopping. That's it.
All right, that's good. When does Ramadan finish?
Yes, I think after 7 days.
Another week.
Yeah,
At the end
another
of
week.
July. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, welcome to the class, Ali, and hello to Allah. How are you?
I'm fine. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, Allah. All right.
Drove his car.
All right. Is it nice driving in Japan? Is it easy to drive? Are the roads good?
I actually on Sunday, it was on Sunday, so we thought it would be crowded. but the street was quite smooth.
Oh, that's good.
No
Yeah, absolutely. Even better. Otherwise, it would have taken you 9 hours, maybe.
Yeah, because now it's very hot, over 36 or degrees Celsius. So if we caught a traffic jam, maybe we are irritated.
Definitely. If it was me, definitely. All right. Well, I'm glad you had a good weekend. It's always fun to go back to where you grew up or your hometown. Who else do we have here? We have Stefan. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the class, Stefan. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm great, thank you. Did you do anything fun at the weekend?
Yes, I went to the beach and I went to my grand-law. I don't write about it, but my grand-law, my father-in-law.
Oh, your
No,
father-in-law.
my father-in-law. And it was funny. I had a little funny.
You had fun. You had fun.
I had fun. Thanks.
Excellent. All right. Well, that sounds like a good weekend. Who else do we have here that we can ask what they did at the weekend? Julieta.
Hi. Nice to
Hello.
meet you.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. It was lovely to meet you too, Julieta. Where are you from?
I'm from Italy,
And which part of Italy do you live in?
South.
South Italy. Is the weather nice at the moment?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Blazing.
It's freezing?
Blazing.
Oh, blazing. I was going to say. That sounds very strange. Blazing. What a great word to use. What did you do at the weekend? Classes that you really want to participate in. You can also see my calendar, which gives you an idea of when I'm free for private tutoring sessions, which means that you can have a class just with me and you, one-on-one, and we can work on anything you like. What else do I need to tell you? The messaging feature is really handy, so if you have a question, do write me a message, and don't forget to click on the blue follow button and follow me. All right, all that behind us. Let's see who we've got to talk with us today about manners. First of all, who was here first? I think Raphael. Raphael.
Hi, Amy.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm great, thank you, Raphael. Have you had a good weekend this weekend?
Kind of. A nice weekend. Just
Excellent.
fixing some words, but some issues, but I'm okay.
You had some issues?
Yeah, normal. It's
Just
normal
a
in my
regular
life.
Sorry, Raphael. I think it's normal for everybody's life, right? We definitely have issues now and again.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, welcome to the class. Always good to
Thanks.
have you. Who else do we have here? Heidi, hello.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, Heidi. What did you do at the weekend? Did you do anything exciting?
Yeah, I went back to my hometown.
Where's your hometown?
My hometown is 300 kilometers far from here. So go and back, it took about 7 hours. I stayed at that place only 3 hours.
You only stayed for 3 hours?
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to stay overnight there, Heidi?
But my brothers and sisters gathered, so we enjoyed very much.
All right. Oh, that's lovely. And how did you travel? In the car?
Yes, my husband